Good morning. History in the making. The Dow plummets more than 777 points, its biggest one-day point drop in the 102-year history of the average. Bailout is in question now. The House rejecting a $700 billion rescue plan. Now, what's next?
We had a plan that we'd worked very hard on.
Good morning once again to everybody. Welcome back to Squawk Box right here on CNBC. I'm Becky Quick along with Joe Kernan and Quintanilla. Vince Farrell is our guest host today. And by the way, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then these charts we're going to look at, they are worth more than $1 trillion in losses. The Dow free falling by 7%. All 30 of the components were hit by declines. Also, the S&P 500 plummeting by almost 9%, the broader index shouldering its biggest one-day percentage drop since the 1987 market crash. By the way, all of the S&P sectors ended the day in the red. Red arrows just about everywhere you look. Almost no stock was safe. The small-cap heavy Russell 2000, it fell by almost 7%. And by the way, the tech-heavy NASDAQ, it was hit for about 9%. Don't forget, folks, this is in a world where more than 800 stocks are protected from the short sellers, at least until a little later this week.
That's right, if that's not extended down the road.
Yeah.
Meantime, futures this morning, it's at the end of the quarter. We're going to put the third quarter to bed today, last day of September, when we're going to get a mild bounce. We're going to get Case-Shiller numbers, Chicago PMI, but of course, the overriding theme will be whether or not the political will has been lost to put together some kind of rescue package on Capitol Hill. Markets around the world, Asia was down about 4% overnight. Mild bounce today to up 143 to 97.80. 10-year note, the yield there is up about 10 basis points. A little more risk appetite this morning. Same story with the dollar, which is up against the yen as people begin to come out of their shells a little bit after yesterday's action. Finally, gold, which, as you know, is crept back and past the 105. 910 level in recent days, up 530 to 899.70.
All right, let's get right to the live trading action this morning. Rick Santellli standing by in the CME pits. Let's talk to you again, Rick. What if, the 3-month and the 1 month and the other things that we watch closely, Rick, it didn't even get as bad as it did on a week and a half ago on that Thursday, did it? Yeah?
No, it really didn't. As a matter of fact, 2-year swaps were out into the 160s on that particular day. And depending what T-bill or trading vendor you get quotes from, there was actually a dip into negative territory that day on one of the bills. So, yes, it was every bit as bad.
Stick around. I know you got, big network type things that you were doing today, but this is the network of record for this story.
This is the network. Everything else is just elevator business music.
Bingo.
That's right.
Thank
Rick,
you.
we'll check back in with you in just a little bit. Right now, though, we want to go to the overseas markets. Maura Fogarty is standing by in Singapore. We're going to start things.
And I think, and that's what happens around here. These are sensitive things.
Here's the president right now.
Yesterday, the House of Representatives voted on a financial rescue plan that had been negotiated by congressional leaders of both parties in my administration. Unfortunately, the measure was defeated by a narrow margin. I'm disappointed by the outcome, but I assure our citizens and citizens around the world that this is not the end of the legislative process. This is what elected leaders owe the American people, and I'm confident we'll deliver. Thank you.
The President of the United States.
Up, we've got the Trader's Edge with Art Cashin. And as we head to the break this morning, check out the futures. After a loss of 777 points yesterday, futures are well above fair value, about 200 points above fair value. Squawk Box will be right back.